Alright guys, sorry we are running late. I was on my way home to start the stream and I got stuck behind a train. That is why we're running late. So this qualifying session at 4 p.m. is going to be all of Domestic Angles team. Currently they are not answering me, but since I am running 10 minutes late, I'll give them an extra 10 minutes, so they got till 4:40 p.m. Central Standard Time. And just real quick, just want to thank our sponsors. Real quick, let me get it pulled up on my phone. Just want to say Forza Horizon Drift League is presented by Yes We Drift Team, Forza's new up-and-coming drift team. And it's sponsored by 110 Customs. We don't just give you 100% effort, we give you 110. Custom Sounds. Custom Sounds is America's best car stereo superstore. HKS Performance, bringing style to drifting since 2002. And Team 5 Zygon and Domestic Angles Drift Team. Alright, let's get into it. See if I can get a hold of them once I get to the parking lot. Oh. Let's get into it. Get the music turned down so it's not in my ears. Alright, so let's get to the course. Just real quick before they get in, I'm also going to do a track map. Or actually, I'm going to invite them first, and I'm going to do a track map. Alright, so let's see here. Alright, sent them all an invite. See if we can get them in here. Make sure my session is invite only. It is. Okay. Alright, so first I will do it through the drone. This track map is brought to you by YWD Drift Team. So my car, or the demo car, is in the lead lane, and then just to the left of it is the follow lane. You're going to do a 30 roll all the way down to the second set of parking tolls. And you're going to initiate. Inside clipping point there on that curb. Inside clipping point on that curb. Then you're going to transition. Inside clipping point on that curb. Outside clipping point on this white line. Outside clipping point on this curb by the fence. Inside clipping point on this curb. Inside clipping point on this curb. And then you finish between the parking tolls and this light pole. And no tire drops are allowed. Boostin', do you have a Facebook? We have the rule book on the Facebook page. It should be at the top of our feed. And then if you don't, if you go watch the announcement video on the league's YouTube page or my YouTube page, it's the same as my gamer tag. Then on the announcement video, it's me announcing the rules and the schedule. There are a few different rules now that isn't on that video. It is nothing above sport tires for the tires, and then overtakes are allowed just as long as there's no contact. If there is contact that is the follow car's fault, then the follow car has thrown that runaway to the lead car. Alright, so now I will show you the track map through a car, how it should look. Like I said, 30 roll. These parking tolls, initiate, hit that clipping point, Hit that one. Drop the tire there. And that's how a run should look. So we are waiting for Domestic Angles Drift Team to come in here. They are sponsoring the league, and they are not responding. They also don't have drivers on right now, but they have till 4:40 p.m. Central Standard Time to show up. Otherwise, it is a disqualification. The only way that they could still compete is if they come up with a good, legitimate reason why they did not qualify, which one of them is on Forza Horizon 3 and the other one's on Battlefield 4 that are online right now. The other two aren't even online. But the drivers that should be qualifying today. Also, in other news for this qualifying session, Wolf Eyes from YWD cannot run today. He got called into work. I asked him if he wanted to do a different time slot that works with his schedule. He said he can't, and also he doesn't know if he can run the Drift League this season. So that's another driver dropped out. Also, with another YWD driver dropped out through disqualification last night. That would be Lesson. Let's see here. So let me go to my time slot sheet. So from Domestic Angles, it should be Hesitate Cams, Zonked, Uzi Barbecue, and Drift Warfare running tonight or today in this session. And like I said, they have till 4:40 p.m. Central Standard Time. That is in roughly 25 minutes. So hopefully they show up. I mean, I will continuously try to contact them and invite them. And if they don't show up, it's an automatic disqualification unless they have a good, legitimate reason for the judges and the leaders of the league for to let them to compete. And the thing with that is, if you don't show up for your qualifying time, yes, it's a disqualification unless you have a good legitimate reason. But if you have a good legitimate reason and they still let you compete, your qualifying is a double zero runs. Therefore, you will be at the bottom of the field for the bracket battles. And this isn't good, guys, because we take the top 16 in every bracket battles this season. But only signed up for this so far already one disqualification has dropped out, so that brings us to 9 drivers as possible. So the signups for the next event they open on Tuesday at midnight that morning. So I guess Monday at midnight, however you want to say it. So Monday night at midnight, and that's at Central Standard Time. I will open the signups back up, and then also on Tuesday we'll be uploading we would be streaming it on here and uploading it to YouTube, a course demonstration for that course. And also on Tuesday, we will be announcing who qualified in what seed and how the bracket's going to go. Because if it keeps going like this, where drivers are dropping out or disqualifying, I don't know how many drivers we're going to have in this event. So we need as many drivers as possible so that way we can have another season after this one. And we got 7 events this season, guys. So let me go ahead and invite them again. So what time is it now? It is 4:19, so I will tell them that they got 20 minutes. And all of these guys are running S1 class 90s Nissan Silvias. And I can't stress it enough, guys, because it's not like we assign these time slots to the drivers. They pick their time slots themselves and then still aren't showing up. And the leaders are starting to get frustrated with it because, like I said, like Lesson last night, we could not get a hold of him. He would not respond, not join the session. And then right now, it's the same thing happening right now, and it almost happened with Mystic Hellcat last night. Luckily, we were able to get a hold of him literally 5 minutes before he was going to be disqualified. So he got lucky there. So far we have 2 drivers qualified, and that is Noisy Sniper and Mystic Hellcat. Noisy's running for YWD, and then Mystic Hellcat is running for DTSZ. But yeah, we need drivers, guys. Remember, sign-ups open on Tuesday for the next course. And the winner of the championship this season will get a free design on any car that they, with any color, any kind of design or style, from 110 Customs, and 500,000 credits. So I think that's a pretty decent sized prize. I mean, it's up to you guys, but I think it's a pretty big prize to have a free design put on your car and tune. Well, you guys can tune it if you want. It's literally however you want the car. 110 Customs will make it, and you just tell them what you want them to do, and then also 500,000 credits for the point standings champion this season. Alright. I'm going to get me something to drink while we wait to see if they will join. But if they do join, the way qualifying goes, once your time slot starts, you do not get any practice. No practice is allowed, and you run your 2 runs. You get 2 runs, no practice, and this is for every run, whether it's qualifying or bracket battles. You have to do a small little burnout to prove that you have rear wheel drive. And for qualifying, you start with 100 points, and it goes down for every deduction. Also, would appreciate if you guys gave us a follow here on Twitch or subscribe to our YouTube page and hit that bell. That way you get notified every time that we go live or every time a video gets posted. And we stream every run, guys. Every run, qualifying, practice, bracket battles. So if you guys have any sponsors, you're more than welcome to advertise for them. And on top of that, you get to go and see how you actually did, how it looked on the stream if you didn't get to watch it while you were running. But basically the way we'll do it is, so the car will stay over here, we'll pan the camera here. Once they start, we'll follow them right here, and we'll basically follow them through the whole course, just to make sure that they hit their clipping points, and that way it gives you guys a better view at what's going on. if you guys have any more questions, feel free to put it in chat or message me on Xbox. Um, and also, if you want to sign up for the next event on Tuesday when it opens, or I'll have to look when the deadline is for that event to sign up. But if you want to sign up for that and you don't have Facebook, to go to our Facebook page and sign up, just message me on our or on Xbox, and I'll get you all signed up. Jamari, unfortunately, this is a closed session because it is qualifying for event number 1 at Surfers Paradise North for Forza Horizon Drift League. But this week we should open practices for the next event. Just hit that follow button and it will pop up on your screen that we are live, and it'll say what for. It'll just say open practice for Surfers Paradise South, or event number 2. Alright guys, they are down to 15 minutes. Before disqualification. So see if I can invite them again. Alright, sent them more invites, guys. Hopefully they come in here and run their qualifying runs, because if not, that'll be 4 drivers. That is 4 drivers, all of Domestic Angles Drift Team, disqualified. Unless they can come up with a good legitimate reason and tell the leaders why they did not qualify. On that note, if the judges and the leaders agree that it's a good legitimate reason, they can still compete, but they will be going in with 00 runs for their qualifying, therefore being at the bottom of the field. Unless, and that's just for this event because we only had 11 drivers sign up. But if it's like a full field or more than 16 cars qualifying, and you get 00s because you had a good legitimate reason why you didn't show up for your qualifying, that could cost you. You still could not compete. So it's key, guys, to remember the time slots you sign up for, because if you don't show up, it's a disqualification unless the staff agrees that you had a good reason why you didn't show up for qualifying. And they are pretty lenient, guys. If you cannot show up for your qualifying time slot and you need to change it, just tell them. Either message me and I'll tell them, or just tell them yourself that, hey, I can't go for my time slot I signed up for. Something came up. Can I go for this time slot? They're pretty lenient. They will let that happen because they want, or we all want, as many drivers to sign up and run as possible. So hold on, guys. Yeah, so I sent them a few messages, sent them a few invites, still no response. Hoping it doesn't go down like it did for lesson. I was very sad about that because obviously you could see I run for YWD. I will not be running this season though, or in the series, because I am a commentator / cameraman. So I will not be running. But I do try qualifying for ESDA on Forza Motorsport 6. I plan on starting to broadcasting that on my Twitch and YouTube. It's the same as my gamer tag for YouTube, all caps. And then for my Twitch, it's the same, but it's all lowercase. If you guys want to go follow me there. I will leave the description also, or in the description for the YouTube video. I will leave in the description all the links, or not the links, but where you can follow and reach the Drift League, and where you can reach and follow me as well. I appreciate you guys coming around and sticking around waiting for these drivers to show up. It's not gonna lie, it's kind of disappointing because for a long time we only had like 7 drivers signed up, and then here in the last week or so we got up to 11, and we already had 1 disqualification, 1 dropout, and possibly 4 disqualifications here today. But there is another qualifying session today. Ace Tech 04 is going to be qualifying at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time on here, and I will let you know what he's running here in just a sec once I pull it up. And I already talked to him today, and he said he is going to be there, so that you guys will see a qualifying run today. That is for sure. Let's see here. Let's go to driver car info. Ace Tech is running individually, no team. He's running a 97 Mazda RX-7 S1 class. So, and that's the same thing that Noisy ran yesterday, but he is running individually. Sorry for the noise in the background, guys. My girlfriend's in the process of putting groceries away. Alright, let's see what time it is. It is 4:32. They have 8 minutes to respond or to show up. Okay. Like I said, we have another qualifying session at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. That will be, well, I always try to start the stream 10 minutes before the qualifying session, so roughly about 6:50 Central Standard. So after this ends, that'll be roughly 2 hours. Whenever we have another stream for another qualifying session. And like I said, there will be a driver at that one. Ace Tech 04 running individually. I'll go ahead and do another with the car. How the runs should look. Okay, so whenever they're in their lane, whether it's the lead like I'm in or the follow, which is just to the left of me, and this is for all our courses this year, do a small little burnout just to show that you have rear wheel drive. Then on this course, it's a 30 roll, not to these parking tolls, but the second set of parking tolls on your right, or wherever I have the car parked. And you're going to initiate and run the course and try to get as close as you can to those clipping points. If you don't know what the clipping points are, you can go to the course demo on YouTube or on the Facebook page, or you can go on this Twitch account, and there should be, I do it in just about every video, so if you want to go back at the beginning of this one, you can watch it there, or you can go back to any of them where we're running this course. So like just like that, that's good enough. here in a minute, guys. One sec. Alright. Alright. Appreciate you adding me, boosting. But here in a minute, guys, my girlfriend is going to be vacuuming. And it's where it's going to be a little bit of a silence because I'm going to mute my mic so you guys don't have to listen to that. But appreciate you guys stopping by. They're down to 5 minutes. That is 5 minutes before disqualification, or 5 minutes to respond to any of the messages that I sent them explaining why they are not showing up for their qualifying, or to ask if they can change their time slot. Oh, I straightened out a little bit right there. Trying to get that clipping point. And everybody's been dogging on us saying, oh, why are you running that course? You should run the NA/Drift Wars course. But yeah, this course is old and it's easy, but it's to reach out to our beginners and experts. And it's easy till you add in clipping points you have to hit. I mean, the two drivers that ran yesterday, they got points knocked, and they're both pretty good drifters. Like, if you sit there and watch them just freestyle drift, like there, I just tap the ball and then draft the tire. That's points deducted off your run. And that's how a clean run should look. And like I said, guys, if you forget about the qualifying run later tonight at 7 p.m. Central, just hit that follow button on this or on our Drift League on Twitch, and you'll get notified as soon as I start streaming. And like I said, I start streaming roughly about 10 minutes before we start actually talking and running the qualifying. So I do that just so it gives people enough time to join the stream and watch it, and that way they're already there whenever it starts so they can see the whole thing. But yeah, so roughly about 6:50 p.m. Central is whenever I'm going to start it, so that's going to be about 2 hours after I stop this one. Alright, they are down to 2 minutes. 2 minutes. So this is where the demo car is going to be parked for this course, because we usually park it where the initiation point is. That way it's just easier to see, and plus I can't tell you how many times those parking tolls get taken out and then you forget where it's at, so then we park the car there to help the drivers out. Alright, run this through the drone one more time so you guys can kind of see how the course works. And this is how we'll be filming it. Guys, I was so excited to finally get the season underway this weekend, and so far it's kind of disappointing me that these drivers are not showing up for their qualifying and dropping out. Because like I said, the winner of the championship gets a free design by 110 Customs. That's their logo right there. And then also you get $500,000 or credits. I almost said dollars. So that'll be fun to compete for. Also, if you want to check out the rules or the schedule, that's both on our Facebook page or the announcement video that you can check out on YouTube at our Drift League page. Um, I can't remember if I posted it on our Drift League page or my YouTube page, but it's on both of them. I know that. I just can't remember which one I filmed it on or uploaded it to. You should be able to find it. Just look up FHDL announcement and it should come up. Alright, that is 440, guys. That is a disqualification unless they can come up with a good legitimate reason for the leaders and the judges to be able to still compete, but compete with a 0-0 run from qualifying. That is upsetting because that is 4 drivers that just got disqualified. Again, those drivers are, let's see here, I'm bringing it up. Those drivers are Hesitate Cams, Uzi Barbecue, Zonked, and Drift Warfare are all disqualified and unless they have a good legitimate reason. So on that note, we are going live again at about 6:50 p.m. Central, so that's in about 2 hours. Just want to thank our sponsors real quick. Let me pull it back up on my phone. Forza Horizon Drift League is presented by Yes We Drift Drift Team, Forza's new up-and-coming drift team. Sponsored by 110 Customs. Need a design for Forza? They do custom designs, they just need the colors that you want. They also do custom logos, they just need the info such as the name and or abbreviation and the colors. They do custom tunes for any need, and they get it done fast. 110 Customs, we don't just give you 100% effort, we give you 110. Sponsored by Custom Sounds. They do audio, alarms, remote starts, diagnostics, even window tint, and a whole lot more. They solder and heat shrink every connection for the best connection. They don't just do cars, they do motorcycles, boats, and even more vehicles. They also do free quotes. Just give them a call today or visit today at CustomSounds.com. Custom Sounds, America's best car store. Also sponsored by HKS Performance, bringing style to drifting since 2002. And also by Team 5 Zygon and Domestic Angles Drift Team. Just want to thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys in about 2 hours on here on Twitch at Forza Horizon Drift League, all one word. And as always, guys, keep it slideways.